was a rainy Tuesday evening, the kind where the world feels isolated under the relentless drumming of raindrops. I had just returned home from a long day at work, eager to settle down with a cup of tea and the latest mystery novel. My cat, Max, meowed lazily, curling up on the windowsill as lightning briefly illuminated the room. The tea was barely steeping when I heard a loud crash from the living room. My heart leaped. I grabbed the first thing within reach, a decorative vase, and crept toward the sound. There he was, soaking wet, with rain dripping from his disheveled hair onto my hardwood floor, stood a man. His face was rugged, his clothes torn, and his eyes wild. "Who are you? How did you get in here?" I demanded, clutching the vase tightly. "Please," he said, his voice raw with desperation. "I mean no harm. Just let me stay for a moment. I'm being followed." Despite my better judgment, something in his voice made me pause. He looked over his shoulder anxiously, and through the open window, I saw the shadowy outline of someone lingering in the rain. Before I could process what I was doing, I locked the door and motioned him to stay quiet. He collapsed onto my couch, his hands shaking. "Who are you?" I asked again, softer this time. "My name is Adam," he whispered. "I can't tell you much. It's safer for you not to know. But I swear I didn't mean to involve you." The situation felt straight out of a thriller, yet I couldn't help but be intrigued. Who was chasing him? Why? And why did his presence feel oddly familiar, like I'd met him in another life? As the storm raged on, Adam revealed bits and pieces of his story. He was on the run, though he wouldn't say from whom. "Let's just say I've seen things I shouldn't have," he muttered, staring at his hands. Meanwhile, outside, the shadowy figure remained. The occasional flash of lightning illuminated their menacing stance, and I felt a chill run down my spine. "Why me?" I finally asked. "Why barge into my house?" "I didn't choose you," he said, looking straight into my eyes. "Fate did." As the hours ticked by, we began to talk. Really talk. Adam had a sharp wit and a surprising sense of humor for someone in his situation. He told me about his love for astronomy, his childhood fascination with constellations, and how he'd always felt like a wanderer. Something about him disarmed me. Maybe it was his vulnerability, or the way he seemed to see right through my walls. For the first time in years, I found myself opening up, sharing stories about my late parents, my struggles with loneliness, and my dreams of traveling the world. "I feel like I've known you forever," I admitted, surprised by my own honesty. He smiled, a sad, crooked smile. "Maybe you have." Meanwhile, outside, the shadowy figure remained. The occasional flash of lightning illuminated their menacing stance, and I felt a chill run down my spine. The storm began to wane, and so did the time we had. Adam's pursuers wouldn't wait forever. As dawn broke, the figure outside disappeared, but Adam grew restless. "I can't stay," he said, his voice heavy with regret. "What if they're still out there?" I asked, panic rising in my chest. "I'll handle it," he said, standing. "I'm used to running." Something inside me snapped. "You don't have to run anymore," I said. "Stay. We can figure this out together." But he shook his head. "I can't put you in danger." Adam walked to the door, his hand hovering over the knob. "Thank you," he said, turning back to look at me, "for trusting me when you had no reason to. I won't forget you." And then he was gone, disappearing into the early morning mist. For days, I couldn't stop thinking about him. The way he made me feel alive, the way he saw me in a way no one else ever had. And then, just as suddenly as he'd arrived, he came back. It was a week later when I heard a knock at my door. My heart raced as I opened it to find Adam standing there, a backpack slung over his shoulder. "I couldn't stay away," he said, his eyes meeting mine. "Maybe I don't have to run anymore. Maybe we could face this together." Tears filled my eyes as I stepped aside to let him in. For the first time in years, my home felt warm, not because of the heater, but because of the stranger who had barged in and stolen my heart. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps out the channel, and we'd love to know you liked it. If you think your friends or family would enjoy it too, be sure to share the video with them. Let's spread the magic of storytelling. Also, if you want more stories like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you never miss a new tale. And hey, we love hearing from you. Drop a comment below and let us know what types of stories you'd like to see next. Your ideas help shape our future videos, and we can't wait to create more content that you love.